Afternoon, Guyana. You are listening to Kaieteur Radio FM 99.1 in Demerara and Essequibo and 99.5 in Berbice. Today is Tuesday, February the 2nd, 2021. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all of those who are listening across the length and breadth of this great, blessed nation. Thank you for those who are listening in the diaspora, in the ABCE, America, Britain, and Canada, and Europe. My name is Tony from Mahaicony, and this is the Wake Up Guyana program, which comes to you every day, Monday through Friday, from 1400 hours to 1500 hours or from 2 to 3 p.m. Thank you for all of those who are so kind to give me good constructive feedback so I can become better at what I'm doing. So I encourage you today to continue to help me to get good, to get better, to get great at what I'm doing. So please give me your constructive feedback. Tell me how I can improve this program. Okay, so let's go straight to the phone numbers. So I want to hear from you today. You know, I love phone calls. I love to listen to people and I love to talk less. So when you call, I get to listen more and I you get to talk more. Okay, so my number again is to reach us is area code 592 226 7453 226 7453 or 6 for WhatsApp and SMS messengers 622 2222 again 622 2222 and you're listening to the Wake Up Guyana program on Kaieteur Radio, the radio with a difference. Caller, go right ahead with your call, please. Okay, try again, caller. Just reminding those when you call, please turn your radio off. Please please be brief and to the point with your questions or comments. And the phone lines is open right now. So the number to reach us again is area code 592 226 7453 or WhatsApp and SMS message 622 2222. All right, so let's go straight to the news and headline today, Tuesday, Kaieteur News, February the 2nd, 2021. Serial drunk driver banned permanently from driving. Okay, so this to me that I can recall, maybe my listeners can help me, but I cannot recall of very often hearing somebody being banned permanently from driving. So that's an interesting first, or I should say something very rare. If you can think of other incident like this, I would like to hear from you. The number to reach us is 226 226 7453. Caller, go right ahead with your questions or comment, please. Go right ahead. Good afternoon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Good
go.
afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go right ahead.
Yes. Yeah. I want to know why you need tint on vehicle when you have AC.
Okay, that's a very good question. All right.
Yes, I think that the whole guy should respect the question. Why you need AC? You said the place hot.
Okay.
You have AC. Why you need tint?
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because
Goodbye.
I have tint on my vehicle, and I never liked tint on my vehicle. But I found out that even though my air condition in my vehicle was on full blast, I still was hot in the vehicle, and I have good air condition, so I know it's not the air condition in the vehicle. And so a friend of mine encouraged me to put in tint. And he said that if you put in minimum, the police will not stop you or they will not harass you. One of the reasons I did not want to have tint, tint in my vehicle was because I do not like to be stopped by the police. So I didn't want to give them any opportunity to stop me for having tint windows. However, I put in the tint and I've been stopped several times by the police, but never for any issue for the tint being too dark. So I put in the minimum, and I can tell you, I can see a major difference. Now, instead of putting my AC on 4, I can put it on level 1 in my vehicle, and I am cool as you can be. So it does make a difference. Are you still there, caller? Okay, thank you. Thank you for that nice, easy question. And I don't get easy questions like that a lot. So, and what a way to start off. And thank you for calling right away, too. I love when the program just started and the phone calls are coming in. It tells me that lots of people are listening. And I thank you for listening, and I thank you for calling in. Okay, so the number to reach us, caller, go right ahead, please, with your question or comment. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Tony.
Yes, go right ahead.
I have two problems to
Okay.
put to you. I live in Bobby's
Okay.
at 21 Reef Section.
Okay.
I have two big problems. My neighbor, here is an abandoned house
Yes.
with massive vegetation. It actually taking over my come over my fence. I have to go and do a lot of weeding and so forth. I made several complaints to the Rosal Town Council.
Okay.
They asked me for the owners who looked after the place, the name. I gave them the name
Yes.
several times, and they are not taking any action
Yes.
at all. I am paying my rates from in front. Right now, I pay my rates for this year already.
Okay. Good.
Another problem is the animal nuisance, especially the pigs.
Okay.
The damage is digging up in front of my fence.
Yes.
Undermining. By digging, they could damage my fence, my whole front fence.
Okay.
I made complaint to the town council again.
Yes.
They asked me for the pig owner's name. I gave them the pig owner's name.
Yes.
Up to now, no action been taken. I'm disgusted. I'm very disgusted.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I'm very disgusted with Rosal Town Council.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Let me
Yeah.
respond to you off air. Rosal Town Council, please. You can hear the frustration. You can hear the anger in this caller's voice. He's been patient, asking over and over and over again. Please please do your job and help this gentleman. The pigs is destroying his fence. Oh, please, Rosal Town Council, do something to help this gentleman. How can you allow him to be so angry and hurt and disappointed and having been so patient? We giving you guys time to help him. Please reach out and help him. Thank you, caller, for calling. And we have a constructive feedback on Facebook, and I thank that person on Facebook who says to me, just be neutral. Be neutral. And that's one of the best compliments you can give me is to be neutral. And that is always my goal. I always strive to be neutral. Caller, go ahead with your question or comment, please. Good afternoon. Go
Good
right ahead.
afternoon, sir. Um, my contribution is I would like to know why the government say that they give you a relief, tax relief from this GPL bill
Yes.
and water bill. And now they put a new meter on your houses,
Yes.
and the meter, the kilowatts going up more faster than the old meter they have in.
Yeah.
Now, is who they're making a fool, man? These people, them, they give you something with one hand and
Yes.
they're taking with two hands on the other side.
Yes.
How long we can go with this thing, man? Wait, is everybody is a fool in this country?
Mm.
The meter them spinning, right?
Yes. Yes.
And the kilowatts going up, and every night you're getting a 5 minutes, 10 minutes blackout, and when you see come on back, the
Yes.
meter jump like
Yes.
3 kilowatt, 4 kilowatt.
Yes.
It's not really taking place in this country, man. Wait, is all the time we can be a fool with these governments, them? Eh? Why mankind government can't rule and do things properly? They're telling me about oil and oil, we got oil, so much oil, and you're going to benefit. Nobody benefit from nothing because they're doing one set of wrong contract. They're benefiting themselves. They're
Yes.
eating and they're drinking and poor man, they're home, ain't working for a couple of years, can't get a job, right? You can't give out nothing at all. When the passing couple houses and only some people getting the money, whether they're giving out and all kind of nonsense.
Yes.
How long more we can take this thing in this country? It
Yes.
better Venezuela come and take it over for truth, man.
Yes.
Come on, man. People got to get angry with these things what's going on in this country, you know. How long we going to take this, comrade?
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
They're telling you the meet with the, and then they put up on some houses and some houses still got on the old meter until now. What they really doing? Let everybody feel the squeeze. Not one person and two person must feel the squeeze.
Yes.
If you put in meters, new meters inside the village and them kind of thing, change everybody as meters and let people feel the squeeze. But
Yeah.
some people still got old meters and them thing. Some of them thief in the current.
Yes. Okay, caller.
You understand?
Thank you for calling and thank you
Yeah,
for
have
listening.
a good day, sir.
Okay, have a good day too. As you can hear, listeners, you can hear the more anger, more frustration, more disappointment in this caller. And all he's asking for is fairness, just to be fair. The GPL, that's one of the number one complaint we get at this radio station. GPL. I wish one day that GPL will get all of their acts together and no more complaint will come from them. And the caller mentioned that we have oil, but he can't see it yet. Again, that's another thing. I encourage all Guyanese across the length and breadth of this great and blessed nation and those in the diaspora. Please pray for Guyana to be able to get what it deserves from this oil, that they will be able to renegotiate the contract so that they can get more, and so the poor and the powerless and the disadvantaged and the marginalized in this country will not have to continue to live below the poverty line. And I thank the caller. I thank all the callers and all who are listening and who are watching. I thank you for those who are listening in the A, B, C, E, America, Britain, and Canada, and Europe, and those who are listening across the length and breadth. Go right ahead with your question or comment, caller. Good afternoon. Caller, go right ahead. Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, Brother Tony.
Yes, sir.
The guy was talking about the pig.
Yes.
I had a problem with them kind of pigs
Yes.
about 2 years ago. I went to the station.
Yes.
The police say pig nigga law. So
Okay.
they must dig up my fence, them a borehole. I was there what 60 of them young piglets.
Yes.
The owner of them don't have feed to feed them, so they lose them. But what I do, this after pig nigga law, I go home, I get land. And when I
Yes.
come at the fence, I joke them, I joke about 15,
Okay.
about 20 of them, and then come out and then go home back. And from since then, they never come again
Okay.
because you lose a lot.
Yes.
Because it's pig nigga law.
Yes, okay.
So you got to know what you're doing. If you pick a disturber, then
Yes.
we destroy them. You
Okay.
can't get something destroying you.
Right, right,
Good.
right. Thank you for calling and
Yeah.
thank you for listening. We have some wonderful listeners and they have some great suggestions. I would have never thought about that. The caller mentioned give them a couple of small jokes and the pigs never returned. Okay, so there you go. Not encouraging you to do that, but that's what worked for him. Anyway, so again, I love how the phone is ringing off the hook, making my job so easy. Caller, go right ahead with a call, please. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, go right ahead, please.
I would like to know what benefit, because I just listen to Mr. Glenn Lal program day after day as I sit down in my vehicle.
Yes.
I am a manager for a company and I listen again, and we got the poor and the low class people don't have no benefit from this oil money.
Correct. Yes.
Be- Because this $25,000 give out,
Yes.
you got to own a home. If you rent a place, you cannot get nothing.
Yes.
It didn't make no sense that what they do with the $25,000.
Yes. Yes.
My concern today is where Guyana going. We going like Ghana or we going worse than Ghana?
Okay. Very good question for discussion, sir. And I thank you for calling and thank you for listening and continue to call and continue to listen. So that's a good question for all Guyanese. Where are we going as a nation? Are we going to become like Venezuela? Are we going to become like those many African countries that got much and much money from oil but has nothing to show for it? The caller question, and I put it to you, where are we going? When are we going to see the money from the oil? When are you going to show us the money? Okay? Thank you, caller. Wonderful. Caller, uh, go go right ahead with your call, please. Your comment, question. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Um, you know, you cannot please everybody at the same time with one thing.
Yes.
That's logic. That's common sense,
Yes.
right? It's like what's one man's meat is another man's poison. So you cannot please. Everybody would not be pleased with a piece of cake or a piece of pie, whatever they have or what they have got. They will complain, some will accept,
Yes.
some will not. So we have to understand, right? The administration that administering this country right now,
Yes.
whatever they are doing for the best of the people, for our great Guyana.
Yes.
I think that people commenting too much and they don't read, they don't listen, they just jump to conclusions, and conclusions merely could be wrong. It's wrong. They have to understand. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Wait a minute, sir. Before you go, let me ask you a question. You said we can't please everybody, and you rightfully correct. But how many people should we try to please? Since we can't please 100%. What's okay? So the caller. Let me ask the question still. Maybe the caller can call back, or someone can answer this question. He said we can't please everyone, and he's correct. But how many are we should try to please? 25%, 50%, 75%? How many should we try to please? So that's a question I would put to the caller. Caller, go right ahead, please. Good afternoon. Go right ahead. Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm Tony.
Tony from Mahaicony, you got it.
Yes, my brother, yes.
Yes.
I agree with the point that the fella just said, but
Yes.
man, come on, man. Our country needs to be better off. Our
leaders are not saying anything.
Okay.
I would agree that's what he's saying. I'm not thinking with that. But then,
Yes.
why the leader them don't come out and say something better to the people? All what we hear as my great brother,
Yes.
Glenn is saying,
Yes.
oh, COVID, $25,000.
Yes.
How much dope you could legalize with? Why? No
Yeah.
nonsense, man. That could do at a later date. That's a later date.
Yes.
Our president have enough time,
Yes.
ministers to do this work, and he will say, hello, this is my spot here. I want this get done.
Yes.
I was arguing with Mr. Granger time with a very good friend. He
Yes.
said, Granger is a very good man. But he have one problem. He
Okay.
doesn't have the final say, and that is in our country right now again.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
nonsense. We need to get it finished, man.
Okay.
How much people come out? People just say, oh, wonderful, Brother Tony.
Yes.
Our country is going nice, brother. We enjoy everything. No nonsense.
Okay.
Only one body pocket must full. Only one body must say, enjoy the pie.
Yes.
Enjoy everything. No, man, nonsense. What happened to poor people? We, the people who have the most say, and those are our servants.
Yes.
We are their
Yes.
bosses.
Yes.
Come on, man. People need to get themselves together. People, of course,
Yes.
our leaders.
Yes.
You hear? Our leaders.
Yes.
And my brother Irfan, if you listen to me,
Yes.
please, you need to do 1,000,000 times more better than that.
Okay.
Come out, open your mouth for the right things.
Yes.
You are a Muslim, you know what Islam really stands for.
Yes.
You hear?
Yes.
And I am ashamed of myself, I'm a Muslim, to know that he is not saying anything at all.
Yes.
So
Yes.
come on, that is my contribution. But I'm very sorry to get on like that, but I'm really, really angry.
Well, thank you, sir, and I'm glad that you're angry but you're not abusive. And I want my callers them to be angry, but don't be abusive, and don't sin. Be angry, but don't sin. And I thank all the callers.
No, well,
Go. You
If-
still. Go ahead.
If I said anything that maybe abusive or sin, I ask for apology. But
No,
I
you-
cannot do better.
No, you did not. You didn't at all. You was very respectful, and that's why I'm giving you a compliment. And I want all my callers to be just like you. Let your anger out. Let your frustration out. Let your disappointment out. Let your complaint out. Give it out.
totally,
Let
my
those
brother.
emotions out. But do
Yes,
it the way you did it, respectfully. So thank you for calling, and have a wonderful day. Keep listening. And I love how this phone is ringing off the hook. I am going to have Kevin in this room every day with me, because somehow the fact that he is in the room, the studio here with me today, the phone is just ringing and ringing. So continue ringing. I didn't even get a chance to read the headlines yet, and the phone ringing, which is, I love it. Your phone calls is more important than me reading the headlines or anything. This is what this show is about. I want to hear from you. Caller, go right ahead with your question or comment, please.
Good afternoon, Brother Tony. How
Good
do you
afternoon.
do?
Good afternoon. I'm doing well, thank you.
I am hearing
Yes.
about this 25% COVID-19, 25,000.
Yes.
And I am in Northeast Penitence here. And I said, I'm waiting for this 25,000 a block, and it won't come to my door.
Yes.
I hope it can come to my door when I get too old
Okay.
and I can't walk to spend it.
Okay.
So I'm glad if it could come as soon as possible. I called yesterday and I'm
Yes.
said you can get it.
And caller,
But when?
caller, what do you plan to do once you get your 25,000 COVID release?
Well, I have a lot of holes to fill. I can't even count them. There's countless, but in a full one.
Okay. Okay. So you got 10 holes, and one of those holes is
right.
going to fill with
Yes.
25. Okay.
Yes.
Very
I'm
good.
really, really in need of it.
Okay.
As a pensioner, I'm working nowhere and getting no pay.
Yes. Let me ask you this, caller. You think the 25,000 is enough?
Well, it's not enough, but I'll be thankful if I get it.
Okay. All right.
I'm happy for small Morris's and the big ones will come later.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day, and continue to listen and continue to call in. I am so grateful for all of the listeners and the callers. Again, reminding you, our number here is 226 7453, 226 7453, and 622 2222, 622 2222, WhatsApp and Messenger. You are listening to the Wake Up Guyana program on Kaieteur Radio FM. Caller, go right ahead with your call, please. Go right ahead. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Tony from Mahaicony.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, man, I'm going ahead, man. You have to relax.
Go ahead.
Listen to me carefully.
Yes.
When people campaign
Yes.
for a general election,
Yes.
they go out and they said what they got for said. I'm just making it short. Give me a little time, right?
Okay.
Now, I like this party because this party said you give me this, and this party give me this. And you go and you vote. And the party will come out victorious is the PPP because people support him
Yes.
all the years,
Yes.
the 20-something years. And I've only been won by some big link thing. But I'm saying this again, that when you vote either for get betterment
Yes.
or we will be worse. And the COVID is here, and it make the country more worse. If we'd been like America, half of we would have that out.
Yes.
Now, people must understand they get $25,000. May come, Mr. Tony.
Yes.
They get $25,000, then ask them. Let me tell you something. The whole of Guyana, if you give them $1 million, if I give them, by the next one, they say, I will want next million.
Yes.
They will never, ever satisfy. And nobody can tell me that you're there in your house and you get NIS money that you satisfy what you get.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
you will continue fight for the rest contribution, forget the full amount of money. Is that so?
Yes. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
people got to understand they must satisfy. They start to work now, just a couple months. You got to get all money, they got to speak to you and tell you how much oil don't draw, how much money you got. The man must go ahead with the work, the work plan, like building the bridge, build the bypass, build this, build that, see people place streets. You understand me?
Yes. Yes.
So they vote and now they want more money, more.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I take me $25,000. I don't concern with none. I'm a pensioner. What I want to there, you got a full one. Hold on. You will stretch your hand where you can't reach.
Yes.
That will happen enough for them.
Yes.
I sit down and I take me $25,000 and I buy a month of goods.
Okay. Okay.
You understand me?
Wonderful.
I don't have to take the money, buy fancy shoes, and do my hair, and I have to pay light bill, and I have to pay phone bill. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
The
Yes.
government gives the money to buy things in your house to eat.
Okay.
But it doesn't want that.
Right.
And I'm saying this thing again. Yeah? When Granger was there, you never hear nobody say, I'm $25,000. What am I do with all this tax and all this thing?
Yes.
And bring every single thing, right?
Yes.
Normal secret there. But it's just a matter of time. Give the people a chance. I vote for PPP, and I always vote for them.
Yes.
Give them a chance this year, next year.
Yes.
And
Okay.
you look at the progress that they show.
Yes. So
Then you
Carlo.
must comment. Not comment now.
Yes. Carlo. So let me ask you a question. How much time should we give them before we see progress?
$25,000?
No. You said to give the government more time. How much time should we give them?
You got to see between 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years? Okay. All right.
You just can't run.
Okay.
You have a COVID, you have a pandemic
Yes.
all over. You got a next one sick come in.
Yes.
And a lot of people working. And I'm not saying that people not work.
Yes.
You understand me?
Yes. Yes.
People not get work and people not get bad.
Yes.
Right? Well, let me tell you something. I'm saying this from my heart. I travel all about. And I see people spend money more than what I can, and then they got a big hole for pull on the next hole. You get what's going on?
Yes. Yes.
You have, if you getting $50,000 more pension, NIS, you have to spend that money to make sure that you got to carry out the month.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Pay your bills.
Right.
You can't go, you get $50,000, you're going to go buy a pants for $10,000, you're going to buy shoes for $20,000.
Right.
What happened? What happened, brother?
Yes.
And then, one next thing, they bombard them. I will not agree with that.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
They bombard them open. The
Yes.
president should have make it clear.
Yes.
If you're selling takeaway.
Yes.
One goes to all.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you something. Rumbar, me a mover, and I see people that without mask by the bunch
Yes.
and a drink.
Yes.
And people don't care.
Yes.
You got some shop you go in, you know, you even got sanitizer, put sanitizer on this West Coast.
Yes. Okay.
You understand me?
Thank you for calling.
Okay.
Caller. Let me respond to some of the things off air. Okay, so go ahead and hang up and let me respond. So you just brought up a good point, and you just mentioned the rum shop being open. For those who did not hear, um, as of February, the government has reopened the rum shops 40% capacity, and that's what the caller was referring to. He's saying that the rum shop should not be open during this pandemic. I want to hear from you. Do you agree with him or do you disagree? The rum shop, while the rum shop is open, the virus is also going up. So we got two things happening at the same time. The numbers in the COVID virus are going up, and at the same time, the rum shops are opening up. So virus going up, rum shop opening up, and they're both happening simultaneously at the same time. So I want to hear your thoughts on that. Should the rum shop continue to be opened during this pandemic? All right. Several comments online. The people are saying online that the 25,000 is a COVID relief. It's not an oil relief. So that's two separate issues. So that's coming from the government for help those who are going through some difficult times right now financially, lack of food, lack of bread and roti. So the government providing 25,000 COVID relief. As far as the oil money, we're not receiving anything yet for citizens in terms of money coming from the oil. Okay, so I want to make those two things very clear. No oil money yet coming to your home. Only this 25,000 from the COVID relief coming, not from the oil. Okay, I hope that's clear. Caller, go right ahead with your call. Good afternoon. Go right ahead. Good afternoon, caller. Go right ahead.
Tony from Mahaicony.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
How are you today, sir?
I'm too blessed to be depressed, and I'm too anointed to be disappointed. Thank you. Go right ahead, please.
Hi, Tony.
Yes,
I
sir.
want you to do something. I want you to ask Glenlal,
Yes.
to ask Exxon
Yes.
to make a donation
Yes, sir.
of the COVID-19 vaccination
Yes.
to the Guyanese people.
Yes.
We don't have 880,000 or 900,000 people on that land.
Correct.
At least Exxon can give us 1 million doses or 1 million vials
Yes.
of that vaccine, free of cost.
Good.
Guyana, because they're taking our oil out. I don't have a problem with that.
Yes.
Because we have spineless politicians
Yes.
who have them taking the oil out.
Okay.
But they need to give us back something in return for that oil.
Yes. Okay.
And I
Call.
need for my fellow Guyanese,
Yes.
I have already taken the first dose of the vaccine in America.
Good.
Pfizer.
Thank you for telling us that. Go
I
ahead.
want the Guyanese people to know that science rules.
Yes.
Whoever wants to take the vaccine, take it.
Yes.
Who doesn't want to take it, they don't have to take it. But I need for Exxon to give the Guyanese people 1 million vials of that vaccine
Yes.
because our oil is priceless.
Yes.
Our oil is priceless, my friend.
Yes. Caller, let me ask you a
Another
question.
thing.
Let me ask you
Yes, sir.
before you make your second point. For those that are listening, we've been talking about that vaccine, whether we should take it or not. Can you share with us? Did you have any side effects? Did you have any, downside to having the vaccine? Share with our listeners, please.
I'm glad you asked that question.
Yes.
From the time the COVID came into now, I've done several PCR tests, etc., etc.
Yes.
My antibodies is negative. My PCR is test.
Yes.
Recently, I was in Guyana. I spent 7 days there. I just came back recently.
Yes.
Now, I came back and I took the vaccine. And
Yes.
I can tell you this, I had no side effects, I had no fever. But one good thing my girlfriend told me,
Yes.
she advised me to take a Tylenol.
Yes.
After I took the vaccine shot, that was like 5 hours after, before I went to bed.
Okay.
And the next day to take another Tylenol. So I had no side effects.
Okay.
I feel fine. I'm looking forward to the next 2 weeks
Yes.
to get the second dose.
Okay, good, good, good. So you would encourage everyone across the length and breadth of this nation and those in the A, B, C, E to take the vaccine. Am I correct?
Tony, I've traveled all over the world. And let me tell you something. I've traveled to India. And when I went there the second time to India, I had to take a set of vaccines. Encephalitis, tetanus, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, etc., etc.
Yes.
Nothing is wrong with the vaccine.
Correct.
The problem we have is there's a lot of misinformation out there.
Yes. Yes.
And people are listening to things that they should not be listening to because they do not work in the medical community.
Correct. Let me ask you another question, sir.
Fortunately-
If you get
Yeah.
the vaccine, if you decide to travel to Guyana, do you still have to do the COVID test, or the vaccine would waiver that?
Now, that's a great question. Now that I have the vaccination card and I'll be vaccinated the second time in 2 weeks,
Yes.
I'm hoping that the Guyana government lobbies the people who took the vaccine not to be coming to produce another PCR test on their arrival in Guyana.
Okay. Good. Good. Just want to make
I
sure.
need for you to raise that point.
Okay.
I need for you to raise that point with Genlal
Sure.
and your producers and your publishers there and the government of Guyana, because if I have 2 vaccinations
Yes.
and I never had COVID or I never had no antibodies, why should I go to get another PCR test to travel?
Yes. Correct. Let me make sure I follow you correctly. Once you get the vaccine, you can't get the virus itself, and 2, you can't infect anyone. Am I correct?
Well, I'm not an expert on that,
Okay.
but I'm hoping and praying that
Mhm.
since my vaccination,
Yes.
after I get all my vaccines,
Yes.
I would not be able to infect anybody or someone would be able to infect me.
Okay. Very good.
So that's a question that's debatable right now, you know?
Yes. All right. And what's your
I'm
last point?
66 years old, right,
Okay.
Tony?
Yes. Go ahead.
I'm 66 years old. 66 years old. Never had a problem, medical condition or anything.
Yes.
But so far, so good.
Yes.
The COVID has not messed with my life.
Yes.
I've done everything that's right, drink my lemongrass, etc., etc.
Yes.
And everything is fine.
Correct.
You see, but you can't be going to bars, you can't be going to places that do not follow the protocol
Yes.
and don't expect to get COVID. I went over the Vreeden Hoop selling, right, from Georgetown to Vreeden Hoop on the boat.
Yes.
And the boat was packed. There was no social distancing on the boat.
Correct.
Women were drinking Magnum and Guinness and all this stuff on the boat, and everybody was having a grand time going over there.
Correct. And I'm sure that was the same thing when you
But I took
when
a
you
chance.
when you flew on the plane. There was no social distancing as well on the plane. Am I correct?
No, I'm glad you asked that question too. When I came down on the flight,
Yes.
luckily for me,
Yes.
the row that I was sitting in and the rows behind me and the rows behind me, there was nobody because the flight I came on Caribbean. It only had about 100 people.
Okay.
When I came back with American.
Yes.
And luckily for me, I had another seat where I was sitting away from a woman. But
Yes.
the plane was packed.
Yes.
I came back and there was no problem.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you were able to social distance.
I was able, you can't social distance in the plane. We're
Okay.
hoping that the air in the plane
Okay.
detoxifies the plane and avoid us from getting any virus. But
Oh.
I must tell you, so far, so good.
Okay. Very good. And let me ask you one last question before I let you go. Why did you decide to get the vaccine?
I got the vaccine because of public interest. Because I recognize that if I have to visit my family or visit my friends or if I go to a little social gathering, people
Yes.
are nervous about, associating with each other.
Oh, got you.
So what I have done since I've gotten the vaccine,
Yes.
I've sent a copy of my vaccination certificate to all my friends to let them know that I was vaccinated.
Okay. Good.
Prior to that, anytime I did a PCR test, I would share it with my family members, etc.,
Yes.
to let them know that I have no COVID-19. Because walking in the streets of New York and so on, sometimes these people will walk up to you and they walk away from you.
Right. Okay. Okay. All
They
right.
take another block.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
caller. Thank you. And continue to listen and continue to call and we appreciate you are such a wealth of knowledge and information. Continue to call us and inform us and your progress with when you get your second shot. Thank you. I have a wonderful day. So we are on Wake Up Guyana program on Kaieteur Radio on FM 99.1 in Demerara and Essequibo and 99.5 in Barbies. And so several people commented on that caller. Some are saying that he still has to take a PCR test even though he had the vaccine if he decides to come to Guyana. But don't take this as fact, because these people who are saying this online, we don't know, if it's 100% true what they're saying. I'm just telling you what people are saying on Facebook and WhatsApp. Someone else also said that even though he got the vaccine, there's no guarantee that you can't get the virus. So we don't know that as well. I think the verdict is still out on that. But anyway, that caller was very, very, very helpful to people who are thinking about getting the vaccine. And speaking about the vaccine, today's papers, the vaccine will be rolling out soon here in Guyana, very soon. The health minister said they will be receiving some vaccine, and it will be distributed. So, and we would like to ask this question: how and who will get the vaccine first? Okay, we know the health workers for sure. We know they will get it first. Okay, beyond the health workers, who is next? Will it be the senior citizens? Will it be the vulnerable? Will it be the poor and disadvantaged? Or will it be the rich and famous? That's my question to you, Guyana. After the health people get the vaccine, who will be next? And my question is, will it be the rich and famous, or will it be the poor and the powerless who will get the vaccine when it arrives in Guyana soon? All right, so that's a question for us to discuss. And the number again to reach us here is, caller, go right ahead with your call, please. Okay, the number to reach us is 226-7453-226. Caller, go right ahead with your call, please. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. The guy from Katrina or CIO, whatever talk.
Yes.
I know that guy from the estate, right?
Okay.
His bread is well buttered. You understand? So he could speak.
Yes.
He got children, and the children them helping him along. He don't care for poor people.
Okay.
Poor people out there have children,
Yes.
young children to mind. He don't have a soul to mind. All he have is a seed, right? He don't have nobody to mind. So he say he take $25,000 and buy a month good with it. Where he believe people went to school in April the 1st.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
You know, and the guy next one went on and he said, yes, give the government a chance. Of
Yes.
course, we're going to give the government a chance. We understand all of that, right?
Yes.
But what happened to poor people, man? Come on.
Yes.
The goods them raising every day. You go to the shop, it raising. Eh?
Yes.
You can tell me, but you can take $25 and buy a month goods.
Yes.
Man, look, you see some of them, I telling you, Alec, he ain't got long. I know he ain't got long. He enjoying his sweet with the little money he getting from the estate.
Yes.
The money we cheering them giving him, and them kind of thing, and we drawing back. So he bread well buttered. That's why he could talk like that.
Okay.
And riding up and down when the road come on a day.
Yes.
The same one from Catherine or CI or whatever.
Yes.
He's a whole estate man.
Thank you.
No, he good.
Thank you,
but
caller.
he bread well buttered, sir.
Thank you.
You understand?
Yes.
So he can't mesh other people who got small children for mine and telling me that you can get $25,000 and buy a month ration with it. Come on, man. Nobody.
Caller, let me
stupid.
ask you this.
It's not April the 1st.
Caller, let me ask you this. we got several people online are
Mm-hmm.
saying that, and a caller also made the same point. We never satisfy. If you give people 25,000, they're not going to be satisfied.
Here
You
we
get them 100,000, they're not going to be satisfied.
Yeah, but
What
here,
say
no,
you?
man.
What say you to those people?
$25,000 is not everybody in this country get it. We don't have 800,000 people in this country, according to the caller, where you say come from outside with the vaccine.
Yes.
Just take a look at other countries. I mean, we can't compare ourselves with other big countries ourselves it is.
Yes.
But come on, man. We got wealth.
Yes.
We ain't talking about oil alone. What happened to the other resources than we got?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
You understand? But you put back a lot of square peg in wrong hole, right?
Yes.
You carry away boatload of gold and all kind of thing. You put them back in there. You can't put pussy watch milk.
Okay.
Come on, man. When Guyanese gonna wake up, but you know something? It got some of them loyal, just like the loyal, how the rest loyal to Mr. Trump, and you see what they do?
Yes.
It got some liars in this country just so. You understand?
Yes. So, caller,
Yes,
what
that
would
they would hold on.
what would
Even
you-
if the guy for eat don't spit, they can do it.
What
But when
would-
you unite and say, well, let me come out here, by it's all we feel in the squeeze.
Yes.
You know? But the ones who well bred, the bread well buttered, is them going to come on and say, yes,
Yes.
of course.
Caller, let me
we
ask you
are
this, though.
based in the government. We love the government. We
What-
love Mr. Infant. He's
Yeah.
a young, brilliant guy. But
Okay.
we be saying, come on, man, you could do better.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Are
Caller,
we looking
thank
out for it? Let the goods them drop,
Okay.
and that people could see.
Thank you for calling and have a wonderful day. Keep listening and keep calling, okay? Thank you, sir. All right. I can tell you this got to be the fastest hour I've ever done on this show. The most phone calls. And the thing is, I didn't even have a topic. I didn't even read the news. People are just hungry to call, to talk, to let out their frustration, their anger, their disappointment, their pain. And I am so privileged to have this opportunity to be able to be a part of people sharing their experience, strength, and hope. And I want to remind you that you are listening to Kaieteur Radio, FM 99.1 in Demerara and Essequibo, and 99.5 in Barbies. You're listening to the Wake Up Guyana program. So, caller, the number to reach us, go right ahead with your call, caller. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Turn
This
your
is
radio
program?
off. Yes, turn your radio off, please. Turn your radio off so we can hear you. We want to hear everything you have to say. It's very important.
Turn your radio on?
Yes, go right ahead. Wake Up Guyana. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Caller, are you there?
Yes.
Go right ahead, please.
Most people don't have a clear understanding on what is really transpiring.
Continue, caller. I'm listening. That's it?
Yes,
Anything else?
right?
Yes.
You have to be progressive,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
To understand the word civic.
Okay.
Yes. And it means relating to the city,
Yes.
pertaining to every public affair.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Burnham and Chetty was best friend,
Yes.
and Burnham teach Chetty.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir. You got about a minute left. We're coming down to the end of the show. So go ahead
And-
quickly.
And Chetty obey Burnham
Okay. Okay.
and put all his teachings into practice.
Okay.
That's why most of the Indians are owner of the rice farms.
Okay. Okay, caller. Make it quick. You
Yes.
got 30 seconds left. You finish?
So I want to congratulate the president
Yes.
and the prime minister,
Okay.
and also not forgetting the honorable Mr. De Santos. May God.
Okay. Okay, caller. Thank you for calling, and we appreciate you listening, and we encourage you to continue calling and continue listening. And I want to thank all of our callers today and all of our listeners, those who are listening to us across the length and breadth of this great and blessed nation, those who are listening to us in the diaspora, the ABCE, America, Britain, and Canada, and Europe. I want to thank you for listening. Those who are listening on WhatsApp, Facebook, my app, Kaieteur News Online, YouTube, wherever, however you're listening to us, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for supporting this show. And I want to remind you to keep our brother, Mr. Gil Dari, in your prayers as he's on medical leave. Please remember him in your thoughts and prayers, and pray for a speedy recovery, and so he can come back and resume his program. He does a wonderful job, and we all miss him very, very much. So we just have a couple more minutes left on this program. Just reminding you that we are here Monday through Friday from 1400 hours to 1500 hours, or from 2 to 3, Monday through Friday, right here on the Wake Up Guyana program, and also here on Kaieteur Radio and FM 99.1 in Demerara and Essequibo, and 99.5 in Berbice. Real quick, headline news before I go is Hess flaunts 2020 accolades for environmental record while funding polluting operations in Guyana. Next headline news, vaccine rolled out will not be limited to public health sector only. And that's according to the health minister. Guyana local content laws must evolve as the industry develops. This is according to a U.S. analyst. All right, and to reminding you to listen to the Glenn Lowell Show Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m., 7:20 p.m. on Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 and 99.5. That's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the Glenn Lowell Show. And for a rebroadcast of that said show, you may listen to it every day at 11 a.m. on this very station. This is your host of the Wake Up Guyana program, Tony from Mahaicony, reminding you that we're going through some difficult and dark days, some tumultuous times, but we will make it through if we continue to pray and ask God to help us. And I always close by reminding you that weeping may endure for a night, but joy will come in the morning. Also reminding you that for this new year, my prayer is for God to give you the desires of your heart for the new year. And we are so grateful for your taking your time to listen to this show and this program today. And we encourage you to listen again tomorrow. Again, signing off from the studio of Kaieteur Radio here in Georgetown, Guyana. Your host, Tony from Mahaicony, saying goodbye and God bless you and have a fantastic day.